Hello, my name is Eric Rigsby. I'm the principal here at Memorial Park Elementary School, and we would like to welcome you to the 23-24 school year at Memorial Park Elementary School. We would like to start off and invite you to our school orientation. Our orientation will take place on Friday, August the 4th. For second grade students, it'll be at 9:45 in the morning. For third grade students, it'll be at 10:30 in the morning. And our orientation will look a little different than it has in years previous. In previous years, we would all come to the gym and I would talk and then we would send you to classrooms. Everything that I would share with you in our gym presentation will be through this video. So I encourage you to stay with me to watch this video. That way it may answer questions that you have, and any questions that you still have after this, I'll be glad to answer for you on orientation day. The first thing we want to share with you are a few beliefs that we have here at Memorial Park Elementary. The first belief is that we have high expectations for our students, faculty, parents, and community. And when we say that, we mean that. We're going to push our students farther than they think they can go academically this year. We're going to challenge them to do things that they've never done before. We truly feel that holding our students to a high expectation is something that is very important to us here at the school. And we feel that same way for our faculty. We feel that our faculty should be held to high expectations to help our students be able to succeed in all areas possible. Same for our parents. Parents, we're going to encourage you this year to be involved in your students' education. So we do have high expectations for our parents to stay on top of what's happening in the classroom, to be in communication with the school and the classroom teacher, to know what's going on. And then the same for our community. The community in Jasper has been wonderful throughout the years to not only support Jasper City Schools, but Memorial Park Elementary School specifically. So we do have high expectations for our community to be involved in what's happening here at the school. Our second belief is that every student's different and every student's important. We know that no two students here learn the same way. So in turn, we plan that way as well. We know that we have to have a variety of offerings to reach every student and give every student their full academic potential. So we're going to work towards that. And that's something that's very important to us. And our third belief is that student achievement is the most important thing. And please note, I did not say that a test score is the most important thing. Test scores have their place in student achievement, but our goal is that every day when your student walks in our doors, that they leave better. That may be academically, that may be socially, that may be emotionally, whatever the case may be. Our goal is that your student is achieving every single day that they're at Memorial Park Elementary School. The second thing here is we need your help with some items. The first, we need you to be supportive of your students' education. There's going to be many things that we ask you to do. For instance, every day that your student comes home from our school, they're going to bring a black folder home in their backpack called a Viking folder. That folder has pertinent information. It has a newsletter of events that are happening in each week in their classroom. It's going to have their spelling words on it. It's going to have vocabulary lists, those types of things. One way that you can support your students' education is by looking through that each week. We need you to go through that each night, study with your kids, talk with your kids about what's happening, be informed and know what's going on in your students' classroom. The second one, please support our faculty and staff. We can't do it without you. One of the things that we always say is for a student to get the most out of their educational opportunity is it takes a partnership between the school and home. They can't excel academically if all they're getting is 8 to 3 here in the building. We know that, and we want to partner with you, and we're asking for your help. So please support our faculty and staff. Our teachers will be glad to reach out to you and help you with things that you can do at home to help your students succeed. The third one, be a cheerleader for your student. We encourage you to be positive about school each day. Be positive about what's going on in the classroom and with that teacher. We want our students at this young of an age to have a positive outlook on school, and we need you to help us to do that. Be a cheerleader for your student, for our school here at Memorial Park Elementary School, and our district wide. our other schools, Jasper High School, Jasper Junior High, Maddox, T.R. Simmons Elementary. Those schools are doing wonderful things, and we encourage you to be a cheerleader for that and cheer your student on in their academic success. Number 4, as we've already mentioned, be involved. We're a school that we want you to be involved in what's going on. We want you to know what's happening, and when there are opportunities to serve here in the building, we want you to take advantage of those, and we'll share those with you. And the 5th one, be patient. We do ask for your patience. Academic success is not something that happens overnight. It takes our students a while to build the skills that they need to be successful. So be patient with us in that. If you have questions as we're working through that endeavor this year, please feel free to ask. We'll be glad to help you any way we can, but please know that we have your students' best interest in mind, and that's our goal, and that's what we're working towards. As we get into some procedures about the school each day, one of the things we want to start talking about is our start and end times each day. As you know, Jasper City Schools has a staggered start and a staggered end time. For us, the first thing you see there, we do offer an early morning drop-off. This is for our parents who may have to be at work early or may have a long commute to work and need to be able to drop their student off before 8 o'clock. If you need to take advantage of that, we have an early morning drop-off that happens each day from 7 to 7:25, and that is at the front doors of our school. It will not start before 7, and it will not go on after 7:25. So please know there's a 25-minute window there that students can be dropped off for the early morning drop-off. The second thing you see is our normal car lines. Our morning car lines do not begin until 7:40. And that's very important because I know that's a different time than other schools' car lines are. Please make sure you're aware of that, because for our car line to begin at 7:40 each morning, we'll have a staff member that will come out, will open the doors, and come down to the car line. Please do not drop a student off before our staff members are out there. We don't want any student to ever be left unsupervised and unattended and be in an unsafe situation. So if there's a staff member not out there, please do not let your student out. For us, school begins at 8. And I mention that because at 8 o'clock, when our 8 o'clock bell rings, we're going to send our students to classroom and our teachers are going to start teaching. So please have your student here in the building. If they're going to need to eat breakfast here at the school, they may need to be here a little before 8 so that they have time to eat and be ready for that 8 o'clock bell to get to class and be successful that day. And for us, school does not end. Our ending bell does not ring until 3:05 each day. So here's what that means for us. We're not going to be sending a kid out to car line until closer to 3:10 each day. If you have other students that attend other Jasper City schools, you may want to go to their car line first and then come to ours last, with us being the latest school to get out each afternoon. So maybe that helps with your flow if you do have to pick up multiple students each day. When we think about car lines, I want you to be familiar with our traffic patterns. And I know this map may be a little much to look at here. If you'll visit our Facebook page at Memorial Park Elementary School, you'll see this same map posted with detailed directions of each pickup and each drop-off location. Our pickup and drop-off locations are the exact same for morning and afternoon car lines. Just a quick little rundown that we'll share with you. If you have a student that is a second grader that will be riding in a car, our second grade car line is on the natatorium side of our building. If you have a student that's a third grader that'll be a car rider, our third grade car line, both morning and afternoon, is on the ball field side of our building. So again, I encourage you to please visit the Memorial Park Elementary School Facebook page and see this posting with more details so that you'll know exactly the times, locations, all of those things for our car lines. And we'll be sharing this information again as we get closer to school starting. But if you do have a question, give us a call here at the school. Ask on orientation day. All of our teachers are familiar with the car line. They can explain the car line. Stop me in the hallway. I'll be more than glad to walk out there with you, show you that, and give you detailed information on that. One of the things that you see there with the little asterisk that will help car line tremendously each day. Number one, please make sure that you have a nameplate in your car, a white piece of paper with a student's name written in big, bold letters that you can put in the front windshield of your car for our car line workers to see. And secondly, please make sure that your student knows each day if they're a car rider or if they're a bus rider. We have some students that changes from day to day, and we get to the end of the day and it's very confusing for the student. Please make sure they know that. If there's a change that needs to be made throughout the day, if you told your student they were going to ride the bus home, but something happens at work and you're going to be off in time to pick them up, please call our front office before 2:30. We can make a note of that. We can get that note to the classroom and help your student to be aware of that as well each day. So we just want to communicate clearly. We want our students to know what's going on each day. With attendance, check-ins, check-outs. First bullet, attendance is crucial to the success of our students. With the Alabama Literacy Act being in place, attendance has never been more important than it is this school year at Memorial Park Elementary School. I encourage your student to be here each and every day. At our final awards day at the end of the year, one of my favorite awards to give out is a perfect attendance award, which means that student was present each day with no check-ins or check-outs from school for the whole entire year. That's one of the most amazing awards we can get. But we know that at times students are sick. Things happen and a student may need to miss. Please know that if a student misses, they're allowed 4 parental excused absences per semester. So that is from August to December to Christmas break, a student is allowed 4 parental excuses. And then from January to the end of the school year in May, they're allowed 4 more of those. Anything outside of that must be a doctor's note, a legal excuse. If it's not a valid excuse, it will be considered an unexcused absence. And when a student accumulates 2 or more unexcused absences, that's when truancy comes into factor, and we don't want to get into that with any of our families. If there is a time that your student is ever late and you'll need to check them in, that second bullet there, please make sure you know that do not pull to the front door and allow your student to get out. If they're late and those car lines have closed and our doors are locked and secure for the day, as a parent, you must walk that student into the front office and sign in with Miss Nikki in the front. And then the same way of checking out. We encourage you not to check students out during the day, as it is a disruption to school. But if there are times where students have to be checked out, if they have to be checked out, you will need to come into the front office to sign them out. Please don't call and ask us to send them out. We won't do that. You have to come into the front office and sign them out. And when you come to do that, please bring with you a valid form of a photo ID. We don't personally know every parent that walks in this building. So for student safety, we have to have a valid photo ID when students are being checked out. And we hope you understand that. That's not to upset you. That is only to protect our students and to keep our students safe throughout the day. The fourth bullet there with tardies, again, we know things happen from time to time, but please know that it is pertinent that students are here on time each day. One of the first things we do every morning is a focused Tier 2 reading time where students are getting intensive reading intervention, and that happens immediately when school starts. So students that are consistently tardy, they're missing that every day. And again, with the Alabama Literacy Act in place, our students need to have that opportunity every single day to be involved in that. So please do not accumulate tardies with your students, but know that if you do, a student that accumulates 4 or more tardies in a 9-week period of time will result in disciplinary matters. So please know that that's there. And then the last thing, when we start on the first day of school, we know oftentimes parents want to take pictures and all those things. We want you to take those pictures at orientation. On the first day of school, we're not going to allow parents to walk students into the building. We want our students to go through the normal car lines, the normal bus lines on the first day, and go ahead and get into that routine on the first day of school. With our lunchroom, one of the things we're excited to announce this year is that all Jasper City Jasper City students will eat breakfast and lunch for free this year. And we want to encourage all of our students to take advantage of that. The only time this year that a student would need lunch money would be if they wanted to purchase additional items, if they wanted to purchase a second plate at lunch or an ice cream or a bottled water or those types of things. If it's an additional item that doesn't come on the normal breakfast or the normal lunch tray, that's the only time that students would need lunch money this year. With our parents, we want to encourage you to come in and eat. I know a lot of our parents enjoy getting to come in and see their student at lunchtime and eat lunch with them, and we encourage that. The only thing we ask about that, we ask if you'll wait until after Labor Day to start that. That gives our teachers a couple of weeks at the beginning of school to establish lunchroom rules and lunchroom procedures. And then after Labor Day, please feel free to come in and eat with your student. If you want to do that, come to the front office. Again, you will need that photo ID. We'll get you checked in and we'll get you into the lunchroom with your students. So we want to encourage that. On those days you come, if you do bring outside foods, for instance, Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, whatever the case may be, please know that those foods cannot be in branded packages. So we can't bring that Chick-fil-A cup in, or we can't bring it in that McDonald's bag. So please know that and prepare for that if you plan to bring those outside foods in. We do encourage our students to bring a refillable water bottle each day. Many of our teachers allow students to have those out on their desks throughout the day. We have bottle filling stations throughout our hallways where students can continuously fill that all day. So please encourage students to bring that with them every single day to school. And know that all of our teachers will have built into their daily schedule a snack time. Now, we don't provide snacks as a school. We don't sell those. We don't provide those. So if a student wants a snack during that designated snack time, they will need to bring that with them each day. And the last thing on this, we do, a lot of parents ask about, can they bring in snacks on a student's birthday? Absolutely. We want to celebrate those birthdays. We know that's an exciting time in the life of our students, and we want to be a part of that and celebrate that with them. The only thing we ask with that is we don't host birthday parties. What we ask is that you bring in a snack to the front office, leave it with the ladies in the front office. They'll take the information of the student's name, the classroom, and they'll send that down to the classroom teacher at the appropriate time. We ask that those be items such as cupcakes or individually wrapped snack items, those kind of things. So again, we're not getting into large parties, but we will, during that snack time that day, we'll be glad to celebrate with your students. We always have questions regarding medication, as several of our students will take daily medications here at school. Please know that our nurse will be on staff at Orientation Day on Friday, August the 4th. If your student takes medication, she'll be here that day. She can collect that from you with the appropriate paperwork that's been signed by a doctor, or that can be anytime throughout the year. If a student's sick and medication needs to be taken here at school, we can do that with our nurse. The only thing we ask is that you never send medications in with a student. Anytime medications come into our building, a parent should walk those in. A parent should physically take those to our nurse. The nurse will count those in front of the parent, and the parent will be required to sign off. We don't ever want our students to be handling medication, as we don't want to put them in an unsafe situation. Again, with tax-free weekend coming up, we know a lot of parents will be doing back-to-school shopping. As you're purchasing book bags and backpacks, please know that our Jasper City Schools rule has not changed on book bags and backpacks. They must be of the see-through variety, either mesh or clear plastic, where someone could see all through those, and that's for all grade levels of Jasper City students. The last thing we want to share with you, parents, again, we want to emphasize our orientation time. That'll be Friday, August the 4th. Second grade will come at 9:45 a.m. Third grade will come at 10:30 a.m. We do have, with our supply list, we don't have an actual supply list. One of the benefits to our parents, we don't give you a list to go out and purchase. We just collect a $40 fee per student. and our teachers purchase all those. And one of the great things about this gives our teachers that commonality across every student in the room. Teachers are able to go ahead and purchase all the supplies that a student will need for the entirety of the school year. And it saves our parents the trouble of having to do that. And then we also collect a JCS technology insurance of $30 per student. That is something we're excited about this year. We have all brand new Chromebooks for our students this year. They are brand new right out of the box, and every student will have their own individual Chromebook to use throughout the school year. So those are the only two fees that we are collecting here at Memorial Park Elementary School. Parents, you can pay that with cash or check the day of orientation, or if you would like to go ahead and pay that, there is a link on our website. You can go to the Memorial Park Elementary School website and you can go ahead and pay those fees now if you would like to go ahead and take care of that before Friday, August the 4th. So you can pay online or you can pay the day of orientation with cash or check. And the last thing we do want to let you know, we will have a school t-shirt that's available for purchase the day of orientation. We'll have some examples of those here so you can see what they're going to look like. We'll have one of each size if you need to hold them up to your student for a sizing reference. But that'll be a pre-order day. We'll order that day, and then our t-shirt supplier will have those to us in early September, and we'll send those home to students that day. We will have adult and children sizes that day as well. Many of our parents like to purchase one as well. So again, parents, we want to welcome you to the Memorial Park School family. We're excited about this upcoming year. We know it's going to be a great year. We're excited to partner with you and see all the great things that our students are going to do. Their success is limitless out there, and we're excited about that. And we want to see them grow. We hope you enjoyed the last few weeks of your summer, and we hope everyone's able to attend our orientation on Friday, August the 4th. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your summer.